So yeah, what I want to know is how can people play off like I'm the crazy one when I just have been coming to and having my memories come back to me? It makes no fucking sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. People just want to continuously play about me. That's what they want to do. And they want to continue to make me out to be the delinquent or have delinquency over me. When that's not the case, and that just sounds to me like Mr. Glorious on YouTube or whatever. Always being a complete troll, just shaking off whatever he can. Spouting off whatever he can. And it's just not going to work anymore. None of it. From the poisoning onward. It's just bullshit. These people think that they can just get away with what they're doing to me. What they've done to me. And what they're continuously trying to do. Hack my life. Hijack my life. Leave me poisoned off. And for so long that it took a long time. I mean, legitimately, maybe I had ideas at like 23 or like 28, 34, but those are just ideas. Now it's like full-blown war over me because I've been doing better investigations than police about my own life. Because these police, I believe, they have enough involved. They're shutting off their cameras, setting me up, having a guy first like mess up my car, and then I even have proof and like, oh well, that goes beyond our jurisdiction or whatever they said to fucking come in my place and look at it. Well then let me send it to you. Let me get an email. You ain't trying to work with me, motherfuckers. That's just the problem right there. Is because I've been trying to work with them, and they just ain't trying to work with me. And they ain't planning on it because I can tell you why. There's pedophiles and there's murderers that are getting away with this shit. And they know that time is drawing thin on their fucking bullshit. All of them. So they all want to hide as if they got 12 years left to live or whatever, and they don't fucking care to come clean about shit. So I'm tired of people playing about me like that. No, you ain't gonna fucking do that to me. It's the same thing with all over the place, all over my life, all over my love life, all over my financial life, all over my time, all over my resources, and any time that I think that I have something to go to somebody with, I try and bring it up to one of my brothers. Nothing matters. It's all my own lifestyle choices when it's not. And then they fucking know it. They know it. It's not my decision to have to go through that shit. No one should have to be put through that. Not a person in this freaking world should have to be put through what I've gone through. And I think that my story is bigger than a whole lot of motherfuckers out there. A whole lot of motherfuckers. So I've been trying to make it make sense to everybody where they can understand it. Because it's really hard to what's the word? Put it in order. It's hard to put everything in order to where it makes sense to people. From the time I was born, basically, till now. And still going on. I'm a targeted individual. Most people couldn't handle my life for 24 hours. I get constantly ridiculed, and then on top of it, like, even if I have something good to come out with, it's not good enough for them to say, "Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna try and put something together for you and see what I can't make happen." No, they don't even do that. And the reason I think that they don't do that is because they're involved in the crime of conspiracy against me, which is how the Supreme Courts would see it if they ever discovered it and it ever got to somebody that ever fucking mattered. So then, you have to really listen to how people respond to you then too, when you're dealing with that kind of covert, narcissistic, sociopathic, murderous type of behavior. It's fucking psychotic. But they'll shake the claim that you're delinquent and that you need to go to jail, right? Right off the bat. You don't even say anything about that with them. So, yeah, that's exactly what they're afraid of, if you ask me. Because how are you going to play about me my whole life? Make me chew on some bubble gum or something that, just eat this with the wrapper on it. The wrapper will disappear. And then you're wiped out of yourself. And you don't even remember the things. And so I think that's why I grew up stuttering. Otherwise, I would have been fine. I would have been able to speak out against my father and all that shit. Instead, I'm just left on autopilot and everyone just sees me as a fucking idiot. Thanks a lot for fucking me over my whole life. Thanks a fucking lot. So I have a lot of anger to get out if I'm ever going to be able to get through this at all and live any semblance of my own life organically at all. Because how do you live organically? How do you live organically with that length of abuse in your life? You don't. You don't. Because you're wiped out of yourself. Wiped clean out of yourself. So excuse me while I do dishes because I just drove like an hour into work and then by the time I ended it was like, an hour and a half almost, hour and 28 minutes. And I was hoping to get one more. And I'm like, I'm just so tired if I don't get a move on it, I'm not going to be able to even make it home. And that's just it, in a nutshell, is that they could be my advocates. They could support me, and they could put something together for me, being that I almost died. But, my death doesn't even fucking matter, and, I just don't see it. How don't you fucking see it? Why would you have to see it? I'm telling you, I was in a 9.9 in my chest, and I felt like I was going to die. You think I'm going to trust these doctors when I've been going to them saying, basically the symptoms of arsenic poisoning being done to me. Not something that I'm like, I'm just willy-nilly eating too much aluminum or something. Like, there isn't that already in the world. Barium getting sprayed up in the air. So I'm tired of people playing about me as if I don't have anything to say because I have the ground floor running right now, if you ask me. I'd have the best and most amazing website out there, and it would free up a lot of people. Not even people experiencing this kind of abuse. Not even people having gone through this kind of stuff. But I've discovered way too much, and that's probably another reason why I'm under attack, is because I've actually discovered way too many things where it's like, this and that can just be censored. People can't talk about it. You can't have a simple dialogue out here about things that are happening to you, or things that you're discovering, or anything like that. But the biggest thing is that, say, Jacob Wetterling was kidnapped about a year before I was almost kidnapped, and he was a year older than me. How is that? Try and make that make sense. And then as soon as I'm touching base on that, that's when my bitch-ass friend comes into my life, trying to sequester, I think, the information that he knows. I think that he's complicit just as much as there is people in the system complicit in sexual crimes against humanity, not to mention murder. So how can I feel for myself the emotional stance that I'm coming to take when I'm just coming to? It's like I was just born a few months ago. And it was really hard for me to just even collect my thoughts. So again, how are people going to play about me as if I don't have anything to say? When I do. I do. It's wrong to treat someone like that way, and on top of it, if they can just dismiss you and be completely unavailable as far as a emotional attachment to you, to show you love and to prove that love to you, not just hearsay and not just, oh, I can talk, that's all I can do. No, I've done enough for my brothers in the situations where they've put together businesses just to leave me high and dry. Just, oh, I couldn't tell that you were working. How about you communicate with the motherfucker? It's everything. It's everything that I do. So how can a person play about me as if I don't have anything to say? As if I don't have a reason to actually say these things? Because if you ask me, that's a whole heartless crime against me, against my being. Not able to come to in your mind to even be able to reason through a damn fucking thing. Look up what arsenic abuse does to a person. Look it up. They feed it to you slowly and give you enough here slowly and slowly, so you're just wiped out of yourself, clean out of yourself. And with how this motherfucker moved, yeah, he wanted to fucking do enough to do damage enough to just not only wipe me clean, but wipe me off the face of the map. So that bitch ass has another fucking thing coming if I can fucking help, if I have anything to say about it, because this is a crime against me and it needs to have the police investigate it, and police can't be coming to take a fucking report from me and shutting off their cameras or all this other bullshit unless they too have something to fucking hide, just like always. Just like I said, back when I was in one of my first places, they couldn't do anything to protect me, knowing far well if it was one of their sons or daughters, they would have been fucking raising hell. Raising fucking hell. Oh, but you're gonna target me. And then on top of it, it's the same thing with all of my partners. Unless my partner or somebody came clean, which they did. And again, I'm wiped out of myself, like I don't even fucking see a damn thing. Or they explain it to me, and I just don't want to think of it that way. You don't think of it as like these things can happen to you, but the truth of the matter is that murderers get away with murder. Murderers get away with murder, while the innocent die. Help me make that make sense. Yeah, help me make that make sense, because I'm not seeing a reason to think otherwise. Excuse me, I gotta make some chicken noodle. Oh, and two. I could fucking do all day, because I have fucking problems because, oh yeah, this shit coming out of your body, and on top of that, I smell like I've died. People can't stand me. And I hear it all the time, like, oh, well, hopefully they can make it out of the parking lot. Oh, well, hopefully they fucking leave. Oh, well, hopefully you guys can get rid of that. How is that fair to me? How is that fair to me? I can't live a normal life or just have regular body odor. I gotta have like this scent that's coming from a poison. And mind you, it was all meant to fucking kill me. And they fucking messed with the wrong one, because I've been speaking to Jesus about this stuff for a long time. I've been speaking to the Lord about it for a long time. And anyone that has the Lord, I'm sorry, but they're dangerous. But I'd rather be dangerous than just be a fucking dead fucking person. How is it fair to me? And I want it in the comments. How is it fair to me? Not to mention the parasites. I'm not a fucking skinhead. I just have things going on. And that's another thing. It's just to make you look bad left and fucking right and drain up your time. You have no availability to have any kind of resource or recourse of action that you're supposed to be able to take. Like counting on your own. Communities, families, police. It don't matter where. It don't. And it never has. It never has. So anyway, I'm just pissed off. I have every right to be pissed off. And anyone that can suggest otherwise is full of shit. What I get to just be played on like I have family, played on like I have a girlfriend, played on like I have a friend. But meanwhile, he's hijacking my life, stealing everything about my name. My Gmail, my Facebook, my computer, my phones. Mind you, and then with my new phone number, they're doing the same fucking thing. Now, trying to fucking get everything away from me so that I can't speak out, I can't do anything, I can't record. What do you do? What do you do? I try to go to the police shut off their cameras. Tell me I'm dangerous. I think they're all dangerous. That's what I think. I'm all washed out of myself and I was unable to fucking think straight for the longest time. And now that I'm coming to, they want to consider all of my anger and stuff like that as if I'm the problem. No, I'm not the problem. They've always been the problem. Investigate a fucking crime, dick.